Welcome to today's Business Report. I'm Denise Williams, bringing you the developments shaping markets, capital access, and business decision-making across Jamaica and the region. Let's get into the stories that matter. Jamaica's oil bill, which was running at US $1.5 billion during the first 10 months of last year, at an average price of US $65 per barrel, has skyrocketed to over $2 billion this year. This is because of the certain crude oil prices in the wake of the current war between the USA, Israel, and Iran. It will also make Jamaican products more expensive in both the domestic and export markets, widening the trade deficit. The trade deficit was running at US $4.8 billion during the first 10 months of last year. The price of West Texas Intermediate jumped by 6.77% to close at US $71.56, while Brent crude oil rose 7.63% to close at US $78.43 per barrel. President of the Realtors Association, Gabrielle Gilpin Hudson, has expressed concern that the high interest and mortgage rates are having a negative impact on the volume of sales they're doing now compared with the years 2024 and 2025. She told RJR News that it is against this background that the association has been urging members of the Jamaica Bankers Association to reduce their lending and mortgage rates. Ms. Hudson noted, however, that the Bankers Association argued that the asset tax and other regulatory fees make it difficult for them to reduce interest rates at this point. The call for commercial banks to reduce their interest rates intensified following the Bank of Jamaica's recent decision to cut its benchmark or signal rate of 5.5% per annum from 5.75% per annum. But the banks want the asset tax to be reduced or removed before they can cut the rates. For the trading period of March 2, 2026, the most actively traded securities were R.A. Williams Distributors Limited with 46,060,183 units, or 64.54% of market sales activity. Trans-Jamaican Highway Limited Jamaican dollar shares with 5,137,961 units, representing 7.2% of market sales activities. Carreras Limited with 5,110,119 units, representing 7.16% of market sales activities. Investor activity remained concentrated in transportation, medical distribution, and cigarette distribution plays, signaling continued interest in dividend-producing and strategic assets. Turning to the foreign exchange market based on Bank of Jamaica data for March 2, 2026, Forex traders recorded significant activity with strong demand across major currencies. For the US dollar, trading margins reflected steady liquidity, with the US selling at $157.13 and buying at $155.25. For the Canadian dollar, moderate gains supported by $6.96 transaction spread. The Canadian dollar sold for $114 and was bought for $114.62. For the British pound, continued volatility offered short-term trading opportunities of $4.21 in profits for the banks. The British pound was sold for $211.08 and was bought for $209.35. These movements underscore the importance of cash flow timing and currency awareness for businesses managing import costs, debt servicing, or overseas exposure. For our credit report tip of the day, before couples can build wealth together, they need a clear and honest picture of their financial habits. A credit report provides that snapshot. When you review your report side by side, you are not just looking at numbers. You are observing patterns, payment history and reliability, debt levels and types of credit used, financial commitments that may not always be discussed openly, and financial discipline over time. This exercise often reveals differences in how each partner approaches responsibility, risk, and planning. One partner may be cautious and methodical, while the other may be comfortable using credit more aggressively. Neither approach is automatically wrong, but understanding the difference matters. The conversation should not be about judgment. Instead, it should be about awareness and transparency. At this stage, couples are answering a simple but powerful question. How do we each handle money when no one is watching? In our funded and focused feature, when you decide to use AI in your business, because that's where the world is operating anyway, to earn money from the subscriptions to AI that you have to pay, it helps to group the AI tools in about 14 types to navigate where you're going to put your money. But if you're new to AI, as a beginner, you don't need to memorize all the categories. In fact, it's best for you to think, okay, I'm going to pay for this AI subscription and use it like a department inside your business. Yes, there are free models, but you don't get the power like you pay. You understand? So it's like running your business. So when you are ready to invest in AI, AI can act like a marketing assistant, a salesperson, a bookkeeper, a recruiter, a research assistant, a business strategist, or a customer service rep. In other words, your monthly AI subscription that you pay for becomes a small digital team helping your business to run smoothly. And that's today's business report. I'm Denise Williams, bringing clarity to capital markets and strategy. Until next time, stay informed, stay intentional, and keep building forward. See you soon.